The 15th statement of thirukolur penpillai. ஏதேனும் என்றேனோ குலசேகரரைப் போலே. Did I say like Kulashekara Alvar? Will I be born as anything in Tirumala hills? Kulashekara Alvar was one of the 12 Alvars. He was born in the royal family of Kingdom of Travancore near a place called Thiruvanchikalam. His ancestors had the belief that all royal family members were servants of Lord Ananta Padmanabha, that is Vishnu. So the kings used to visit the temple of Lord every day. They present reports to the Lord on daily basis and communicate about administration of the kingdom. Kulashekara Alvar also followed this after he became the Maharaja. He was an ardent devotee of Lord Ranganatha. After he became king, he was doing his duty as a king as well, visiting the holy places, many temples, and spent his time to listen to the great opulent qualities of the Lord. And he was very fond of listening to Sri Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Srimad Bhagavatam. He had special liking for Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, and the Lord of Tiruvittuvakkadu. One day, he was listening to a lecture on Ramayana. He was very much involved in the narration. That was his nature. And the narrator was narrating a part of Ramayana where army of demons on the command of demoness Surpanaka assembled to fight against Rama and Lakshmana. And there were 14,000 demons on one side and just Rama and Lakshmana on the other side. When Kulashekara Alvar was listening to this, he got up immediately and he commanded his commander-in-chief to get army to help Rama to fight against those 14,000 demons. And he was giving order and he was getting ready. Then the narrator realized the mental condition of Kulashekara Alvar. Then he explained Rama could single-handedly defeated the demons and he retired safely to the cottage. And Sita was also safe there. So after hearing this, he came back to his normal condition. And Kulashekara Alvar was always keen to visit Sri Rangam every day to do service. Kulashekara Alvar visited Sri Rangam every day and did service to Perumal devotees and Sri Vaishnavites. And whenever he visited Sri Rangam, he used to bring Sri Vaishnavites with him. So that became a routine. So many Sri Vaishnavites started visiting the king's palace and they used to stay here. And Kulashekara Alvar felt doing service to Vaishnavites is a service to God. So he continued that. But it was not liked by his ministers. So one day the ministers stole a valuable necklace adorned to the deity of Lord Rama and said devotees were worshipping and they may be held responsible for the theft. and they brought it to the notice of Kulashekara Alvar, and he said no, they would not have done it. Then he asked his ministers to bring a pot containing poisonous snake. So there was a poisonous snake inside the pot, and to prove the innocence of the Sri Vaishnavites, he put his hand inside the pot and he said, if snake does not bite me, they are innocent. The serpent did not harm the king. So that proved that the Sri Vaishnavites were innocent. Then the ministers apologized for their mistake. After this, Kulashekara Alvar did not want to be as a king. So he gave his kingdom to his son, handed over his post to his son, and left on pilgrimage to holy places and settled in Srirangam. He composed divine poems, and the poems are compiled and called Perumal Tirumozhi, that is in Tamil, and he compiled Sanskrit pasarams too, that is Muguntamala. In Muguntamala he talks about Atma and how people are attracted towards the material things. So the pasarams explain about that. And during his stay at Srirangam, he built a corridor around the temple, and that is called Kulashekara Tiruchutru. Kulashekara Alvar submits to Lord Venkateshwara, who is in Thiruvenkadamalai, in his pasurams regarding association in some form at Tirumala Hills. So he says, O Lord, may I become a bird near pond at 7 hills for the association with the Tirumala. Then he realized fish is better than bird, as bird may fly away. And he thought fish may swim away. So let me become a person who holds golden vessel which carries water and used for Lord's service. Then he says, holding golden utensil will create ego that may drive me away from service. So let me become a flower on tree that will be offered to your holy feet. But when the flower gets faded, then it will be thrown out, and the tree will also be in the same condition. So he pleads to become a river in the hill, so you will remain permanently. But he says, if river dries up, so he submits unconditionally. O Lord, may Adiyan become that slab of stone when stairs leading up to your Sannadhi. The stepping stone in front of you, that is in Sannadhi, shall remain watching uninterruptedly to your feet. Even today, the temple first entry gate, that slab is, that padi in Tamil, is named as Kulashekara Padi. So the pasuram in which he expresses is, செடியாய வல்வினைகள் தீர்க்கும் திருமாலே, நெடியானே வேங்கடவா நின் கோயிலின் வாயில், அடியாரும் வானவரும் அரம்பயரும் கிடந்து எங்கும் படியாய் கிடந்து உன் பவளவாய் காண்பேனே. Let me be a slab of stone and have a darshan of your pavalavai. That is, he is comparing the vavai with the coral. So he wanted to be born as the stone, that is padi. So that shows the bhakti had towards the God. So that was referred by thirukolur penpillai. So she is expressing her inability to ask like Kulashekara Alvar to Sri Ramanuja.